right, guys, we're going to get into this message around the divine masculine collective. I hope everyone is doing incredibly well. I'm getting a channeled message here, and I feel like your divine masculines are thinking about the past a lot. All right. I'm feeling like they're saying to themselves, like, damn, there were so many times I could have said something. There were so many times I could have spoken up. There is something about you, Divine Feminine, where it seems like you are experiencing something big right now. It could be some kind of milestone in your life. Um, Whatever it is, it feels like you're miles away right now from this Divine Masculine, that it would make absolutely no sense to express how they feel at this point because there's no way of you coming back. I don't know if you've relocated for work. I don't know if you've gotten married. I don't know if you've just, maybe you've started a family. I don't know what it is, but he feels this deep sense of regret, like he's lost you for good. Now, the interesting thing about this as well is even though he feels this way, there's a lot of heartache from losing you. So I don't know what you guys have going on right now. It seems like some kind of opportunity has pulled you away from this path, this journey, at least for now, or it's put some kind of pause on it. But now is the time where I feel like they're going to reach out. Okay? Someone really does feel like they're getting karma for not speaking up. I feel like they did have so many chances or moments to create a course or a path for you both to have the freedom to explore this connection, but they waited too long and you didn't wait. You didn't just wait around for whoever this divine masculine is. You kept on trucking. Maybe you met somebody. Maybe you got some great opportunity, a work opportunity, something that changed the course of things. But all I'm sensing is that you're really far away and someone is starting to feel it in their heart space. I wish I would have said something. And he feels out of place. It's like he could come to you and communicate all of this now, and I feel like many of you wouldn't be surprised by it because you could probably already feel like he's missing you, and it's feeling like you're missing him, but you're like, why am I feeling this? I haven't thought about this person in months. Yeah, it's because you're picking up on their sense of, baby, come back. Any kind of fool could see there was something in everything about you. Okay, so let us see what is going on with this divine feminine. What is this something about you? Your name could be Mary. There is something about Mary. I'm hearing your middle name could be Mary. We have deception. Yeah, somebody was wearing that mask. Too cool for school, right? I don't need relationships. I'm not trying to get tied down. You love me? Do you know what love is? Right? Somebody tried to play games with you, Divine Feminine, only to feel a sense of heartbreak upon your absence. Because whoever you are, Divine Feminine, you took this game playing to heart. You took it really seriously. You alchemized that shit and did something for yourself, where you took your crown and put it back on your head and you made an example of how it is they may have treated you or mishandled you. That's why somebody is thinking about the past a lot, because they did have a lot of opportunities to come towards you in a noble way, and they chose to play games. Why? Because he, charming, sexy, used to mesmerizing all the ladies, but he didn't know what he was dealing with you, Divine Feminine. You come with a lot of resources. You've had a past that, it molds spiritual warriors. You are not the dainty little feminine energy that he was expecting. And most of you probably come in that type of package where people are deceived by your looks a lot. And that's what I feel like a lot of your divine masculines are dwelling on the past. I'm hearing somebody say, like, I should have had respect. I should have carried myself like a proper gentleman. Because whatever you're doing, he feels like there's no way he can come into your life now. Like, you really showed somebody. Maybe you guys have resurfaced after a long period of silence or going under the radar, laying low. Whatever it is, Divine Feminine, you definitely have someone feeling like they want to rip the mask off now and come towards you and say something. They should have said something back then. So at least now, if they do reach out, you would have taken them seriously. But because this person decided to see how far their game playing could go, it's like they kept trying because they couldn't break your boundaries or they couldn't get you to fold in some way. Maybe this divine masculine could have been intimidated at one time that you weren't falling for the charm. You didn't care how much money he had to throw around. You might have come with being on the same level as him in some way, and maybe that put you into this very kind of competitive energy, the game playing, right? Games, competition. And whoever you are, divine feminine, you weren't for it. Okay, your love life's ascending to a higher level of commitment from this person because now it feels like your true love. This milestone may be that you just got engaged or you just got married and somebody feels a shot through the heart and you're to blame. Now he's feeling like he gave love the bad name, right? You shouldn't have played games. That's what they're feeling. Maybe they thought that you were going to be around forever, divine feminine. And I feel like this might have happened so subtly because after the game playing, you, again, went under the radar. You became very private. There was no way for anybody to know what it is you were up to, what it is you were doing. Never in his wildest dreams did he think that others were pursuing you, or you might have been giving others the time of day. You would have had an open heart, right? He thought he would have broken down that heart so that you'd close it off and not feel desired and adored the way that you deserve to. But rude awakening. He might see you in this true love energy, or somebody looking at you like you're their true love. You would be anybody's true love, whoever you are listening. Right? You might be listening into this reading, kind of shaking your head from side to side, going, yeah, you're damn right, intuitive. I can feel the regret seeping in. But many of you did what you had to do. You chose yourself, and someone's feeling a lot of regret because of that, stuck in the past, stuck in memories of when they had you there with them, right in front of them. They had opportunity to show up and show you a side of them that was built or had a foundation on character, dignity, honesty, respect. They had an opportunity to show up like a king. Now you may have an emperor on your hands. Okay, so this divine masculine is definitely watching you very closely. What's irking him the most? Yeah, reconciliation is that he wants this so bad now that it's gone. You're also glowing in a really beautiful way. It's like, I don't know what you're doing or what opportunities have been landing on your lap or coming into your life, divine feminines, but I do feel like it is something that's making you elevate or glow, or you're happy, or you're contented. You've overcome something really big and you've allowed your heart to be open. Therefore, the universe is, blessing you with experiences that you never thought that you were going to be able to have without feeling that chip in your heart for your divine masculine. But many of you feel that sense of freedom. And that's exactly what is eating him up now with the reconciliation energy. It's like, that's mine. She's my girl. My woman. He may be seeing you have certain experiences as well with others that, it's like really tearing his heart space up. Let's see what lessons now your divine masculines are learning. What is coming into their reality now for them to be able to work on? Okay, so we have addressing toxic patterns. Okay, this is a lot of what the past thoughts of you involve. Okay, somebody knows now that they may need to change their ways. I'm hearing if they are seeing you with other suitors, these suitors, you're definitely sending a strong message, divine feminine, that you do prefer a man that knows how to handle himself and keep an authority about himself and have a certain decency about himself. A lot of your divine masculines may be watching you in new encounters or environments or atmospheres where they're seeing you prioritize your peace. This is what you weren't playing games over, divine feminine. Who, me? You marawa. Okay, somebody swiftly cut this out. And again, I'm feeling like he was so used to blinding others with, charm, money, good looks, anything 3D material stuff. And that is where your superpowers lie, divine feminine. You're a master manifester. You sink into your divine feminine energy, that high priestess energy. And if something is off, even at the slightest, you do have the vitality, the energy within you to cut it off. You don't get hypnotized. And even if you are, you know how to break that shit in an instant if something doesn't feel okay for you. That's what somebody didn't realize, right? You can allow yourself to feel hypnotized by it, but just like that, you can get yourself out. So I feel like that's what your divine masculines weren't counting on, and it's seeing you in some kind of happy situation, or you're calling in your power, or you're choosing yourself in some way that's making someone now feel like I really got to break out of these ways. It's also feeling like a very slow journey back to you as well. You were the only person to ever come into their life to make them address a lot of this heavy karma that's been following them around. Because I feel like they have been reaping a lot of karma. Like, you came in and they might have treated you the way that they were used to treating people, but the karma that ensued after that, you know, that is what came in and woke up this divine masculine to know that there are some things that got to shift. There are some things that need to change, and they have no idea if it's going to bring you back into their reality whatsoever, but it's enough of a wake-up call to get whatever this is out of their system. Okay, lots of flashbacks, lots of thoughts over stuff that they should have done different. They should have been more of a gentleman. They should have been more honest with you about how it is they felt. Yeah, there's that deception coming up twice. They didn't show you the part of them that, you know, they wanted to. It created so much deception. It created a version of themselves that you had no problem walking away from, right? Usually they're used to other, you know, women in their vicinity who kind of get low-key turned on by toxic energy, right? This toxic shit, right? They usually let that lower vibrational energy force them into, you know, getting shaken by abandonment issues or attachment issues. With you, Divine Feminine, you have such a solid hold on your own energy that you don't allow people to, you know, trigger old wounds in you, especially ones that you've addressed already. Maybe that's what the Divine Masculines were banking on. You're a master alchemizer at things you've been through, experiences that you've had. That's why you know how to read people so well. Come in and play the ass with me, you know. That's how the Divine Feminines are. Right? Because you have this hidden thing about you where it's like you could see people's intentions, you can hear their thoughts, you can feel their energy right when they're making a move in front of you. And that's why you catch people off guard, right? Cutting off situations and having people wake up the next day like, whoa, what happened? Oh, you damn well know what happened. You know what happened. You know the deal. So that is how they're seeing you right now, feeling a lot of regret. Wishing that they would have showed up as their true self. Maybe something like this, right? Look at this energy, deception, temptation, versus Jupiter's energy there. Action, courage, beginnings. Now they're seeing you in all of these new beginnings, wishing that they could just rush in, but they know it would make them look like a fool now. That's why someone's thinking about the past so much, because they're like, shit, I should have said something. I should have presented a version of myself that she would take serious now. But many of you know that if they're coming in, it's because they're jealous. It's because they can't stand the fact that you might be experiencing this energy. They thought that they had you wrapped around their finger. They thought that like you were going to respond like everybody else that came in and out of their lives, just kind of falling under, you know, that hypnotized energy. But for a lot of you Divine Feminines out there who are going to resonate with this, you were that rude awakening coming into your masculine's life to assist them in being able to release and get out of these patterns that have been holding them back, not only in relationships, but in many, many, many other areas of their lives as well, right? Their arrogance ruined many opportunities for them. So you've got someone thinking about you a lot. It's no accident that they're popping back into your head. The title of the reading may be very significant to you. Because, yeah, they're thinking back on all of the ways that they brought this constantly to the table. And when they look back on a lot of the moments they had with you, they didn't give their best, they gave their worst. You know, if you guys kind of think back, like I see your Divine Masculines being very arrogant, some of the things that they would have said to you, leaving you on red, throwing certain things in your face about, you know, your lifestyle, your spiritual beliefs, trying to create situations where there was lots of competition or jealousy or a lot of that karmic stuff around you. Like when they think back, they are just bombarded and overwhelmed with a sense of self-sabotaging energy, a lot of guilt, because I'm telling you guys didn't wait around to get wrapped up in that mess, right? Get dragged down like some of the other connections they've had in their lives. Many of you were like, whoa, that's not for me, bro. I don't know if that's for me. And many of you went ahead and you moved forward and you you never shut your heart off, divine feminines. And that's what many of your divine masculines are currently observing about you. And yeah, it does feel like a big shot through the heart, but they're about to do the inner work. Okay, they have nowhere else to go. They have nowhere else to run. Part of this inner work as well is, forgiving themselves. It's really hard to do though, because they really feel like they let a good thing slip through their fingers. They didn't come out and hurt you and shatter you. It's like, I feel like it's a mirrored energy. It's like they ended up hurting themselves, because now they're left with this feeling of, damn, why is it that I feel so terrible when I think about her? Why can't I stop checking on her, looking her up? I'm so triggered by all of the beautiful things that she's got going on in her life, even though I tried to come in there and like play the ass, So anyways, guys, that is what I have for this quick check-in. I've about had enough of you. That's the vibe I'm getting here, okay? As the one channeling this message. Done had enough of you. It's good. You go reflect now. All right, guys. I love you. Take it easy. I will catch you guys in the next one, okay? Take care, guys. Bye.